Howdy folks, I'm Keith Bowen and this is Hard Rock University. Now, my wife and I have decided that we want to try and move up to Alaska next spring. We want to do a lot of prospecting, go to gold mines and such, and look over the state before we actually settle down anywhere. And to that regard, we need a vehicle. And we need something that can go off-road. We need something that can haul ore and equipment. We need to be able to camp in it. And so we've carefully considered the variables, and with our budget and with what we need it to do, we've decided we're going to take a pickup truck and convert it into what I'm going to call the Minerbago, something that is specifically designed for prospecting and camping. Now, let me show you what we've got and what we're planning on doing. Okay, this is an old 76 Chevy 4x4 3/4 ton camper special we've had for many years. As you can see, it hasn't been the best maintained, and it has gotten us through some tough times when we didn't have a whole lot of money. So instead of buying another truck that's in good shape, we're going to fix this baby up as a reward for years of faithful service. The first thing we're going to do is take this bed off so it'll be replaced with a utility bed with a lot of storage boxes and such, so that we can carry a lot of equipment in an organized manner in a very small space. To that end, it's the Sunday before Thanksgiving. We've got a flatbed trailer here ready to accept the new bed that we're going up to Phoenix to pick up. It's going to be used. We got a good price on it. We're going to drop off the old bed because that guy wants a standard bed, and pick up the toolbox bed, pay him some money, and head on back. So here's the truck with the bed removed. Before we put anything back on it, we want to do some repair and maintenance to the fuel system to get the fuel tanks working 100%. Had to kind of fabricable a little emergency fuel pump thing a while back, so we'll clean that up. Drive shaft needs some splines, I believe. The differential definitely needs a pinion seal, may need more than that. We'll take it into the shop and have the experts go over the entire drive line. And then the frame needs to be thoroughly cleaned and undercoated. Some wiring may be put in beforehand, I don't know. And then if you look at the, gosh, it's hard to see in the sunlight. You can see this bumper can extend backwards. The problem is it is not a receiver hitch bumper, and therefore we would not be able to put a big drop hitch in it, which would mean the trailer would have to be like 9 feet up in the air. So I'm going to see about getting a different setup back here that can extend out and have a receiver hitch in it, and then I'll start put the bed on and start building the camper shell. Here is the box bed we bought, and I'm going to redo the locking mechanism, which is this bar here, which unfortunately doesn't allow the what do you call it, camper shell to sit flush on top of here. That shouldn't be a problem to straighten out, and once we get that redone, we may just put new hinges on it, grind those off, put new ones on, or I may set up an entirely new system. I'll just have to see what I want to do on that. Okay, so there's basically what we got. We also, before we put this bed on, we want to go ahead and undercoat the bottom. Again, now it's real easy to get to, so let's clean it, undercoat it, touch up any paint beforehand if needed, and go from there. So at this point we're still cleaning things up and getting them arranged properly. Most of the oil and grease has been removed from the rear frame. The new fuel pump has been installed. The diverter valve still has yet to be installed. We have to check the wiring on that. We've removed some excess wiring and parts. And cleaned up the engine bay area quite a bit. Installed a new power distribution system. This is #1 battery. This is essentially an ignition fuse block, and this is the #2 battery isolated distribution panel. And we now have fuses at the batteries to protect all wiring, not just after the fuse block. Now, on to construction.